What's happening? It's Jason Littrell. I'm a bar consultant based here in New York City. And I figured rather than just talking about business all the time, it's the weekend and I would just kind of share some things about how I live and where I live. And so this is my apartment. It's Saturday morning. It's very early. And I typically work on things that I like to work on right now. This is unscheduled time. So I live in a very, very small apartment. I live in a very small New York City, Lower East Side apartment, and I like it like that. To make this work for me, I've reduced dramatically. So, after life events, after I got divorced and all this stuff, I reduced my life, made things as small as possible. And I continue to make my life as small as possible every single day. So I enjoy living in a small place. Now, the catch is I have a 5-year-old son. And so that means that, I have to make some accommodations to make him comfortable and make sure that he has what he needs to survive and thrive and have fun. And so my apartment is largely designed around working, and getting him like a place to play when it's like rainy and snowy and shitty outside. So this may seem kind of weird to most people, but this is how I live. It's very, very small, very, very minimal. I'm also quite comfortable being a little uncomfortable, and so I don't take I don't have the conventional things that most people have, like a couch or a bed frame or with a bed post or any of that stuff. My son does, but I don't, because I don't think I need it, because I kind of subscribe to this philosophy that, our bodies are 300,000 years old, and all this modern stuff, including chairs, shoes, all this stuff is pretty recent, and we don't really need it. So I don't eat like most people. I don't live like most people, and I live primarily on the ground. And I stand up when I'm working, and oftentimes I'll think about like, what did when did I even sit down today? And the answer is quite often no. And so if we're in a meeting, if we're sitting down at meeting somewhere at your place, that will likely be the only time I sit down all day. So it's kind of interesting. So here is my workstation. This is a standing workstation. This is where this is my laptop. That obviously goes with me everywhere. This is my second monitor. Here's my little mouse pad. It's a drawing pad, and so that way I can do like live presentations and stuff. Here's my ever changing notebook. It's constantly changing. And then here is my wireless keyboard. This stays here. This is portable. Pretty much. Also, this is another thing, is like pretty much everything I have is portable. So like I could pack up and leave this apartment in less than a day, and it wouldn't be a big deal. Also, I can take pretty much everything I do on the road. So this is my cell phone, and these are these little wireless mics, and then I do my editing on my cell phone. Now that's limited, of course, and ultimately I should probably be outsourcing it, but that's pretty much it. You'll notice that I don't have a lot of stuff on the walls either. I don't like to have a lot of distraction when I'm working, and I like to make sure that I'm focused on the things that matter, and just doing that. And also, I'm 6'1", and so I want to make sure that I'm not straining my eyes, bending up and bending down and stuff like that all day. So I try to be mindful of all that. Over here is my son's reading nook. So this is his little place where he reads and plays his games and does all that stuff. Again, there is no furniture in here, no real furniture. So down here, this is my office space right here. This is my office storage. This is my clothes storage, and then below that, that's kind of longer term storage, and my stack of white t-shirts that you'll see me wear every single day. And that is so I don't have to decide what to wear. Over here, this is my little, this is my sitting area. This is actually also doubles as a drum. And sometimes I just play that because if you don't know, I was a professional musician for a while. So over here is my son's little music nook. This is where his keyboard is his melodica. And then just some stuff that I like to look at. So this is just this is like the stuff, the artifacts that I've accumulated. And then I like to have like tons of musical instruments around for my son, for me, just to pick up and just kind of thump along. Kind of helps the thought process. But generally speaking, yeah, here's the book I wrote. You can get that on Amazon. And just here's my incense and my sage and all that stuff. And I don't know, it just kind of puts me in the mood sometimes. This is my bed. This is there's about a 3-inch mattress. Really sparse living. I mean, I'm most comfortable when I'm camping, and so I don't mind having, I guess, what could be characterized as an extremely firm bed. So this also doubles as a couch sometimes, but this is where I'll typically read a lot, and this is where I spin up my day and wind down at the same time. Then up here is Jasper's bunk bed. So this is where my kid sleeps, and he enjoys that quite a bit. It's kind of like a fun little fort for him. So let's move in heading towards the door. This is the kitchen, right? This is the kitchen. This is where I make all my food, a little bit of storage, tons of liquor. If you ever want to if you ever need liquor, I don't drink, so you can have my liquor if you want it. But most of these I try not to keep too much stuff, generally speaking. I like to use what I buy. And so this is all stuff that I actually use. It's I typically buy a few things in bulk rather than buying a little bit of a lot of things. So I don't really keep too much. Everything that's here I use. This is part of my daily routine. Like I'll just make one pot of coffee when in my percolator, and then make this, and that's my daily coffee. And the rest of it's tea for the rest of the day because I don't want to get jittery and stuff. But I think probably like I stopped drinking, stopped smoking, stopped eating carbs, meat, dairy, all that stuff. Not exclusively, but mostly. And then I think probably caffeine is next. Over here is my kids' play area. So this is my kids' toys, and he's got a drum set up here from Grandma Jan. Thank you. And then this is just kind of where he keeps his toys, because my decisions shouldn't necessarily be his decisions. But I mean, our ancestry of our species is the same. Like kids used to, make their own toys and stuff. And so everything that we have is typically overwhelming. So here is the bike section. These are where I keep all my bikes. So this is the cargo bike. This is for getting my son around. This is like basically our day-to-day commuter. If it's just me going to meetings or something like that, I'll take this guy right here. And then this is my kid's bike up there. And then there's just tons of art on the wall and stuff like that. Here's my bag section. I know this is like totally unnecessary, but this is where I have the bags full of bags. This is it's like, I guess I'm a bag guy. That's so funny. You'll notice that, it's just me here. So I don't have an enormous amount of stuff. I'll probably go shopping today for a couple of days, but I like to shop for about 3 days of food, 4 days of food. And I eat like a rabbit. So it's like if you want fresh food, then you got to shop every couple of days. Luckily, there's a Trader Joe's close to me, and it's pretty cheap and easy and fresh. And aside from the union busting stuff that they do, then, it's pretty easy. And so here's my bathroom. Yay. Not much to it. Very simple bathroom. I'm single. I live alone. And here's all my camping stuff. This is like if my house was on fire, this is the stuff I would probably save, is my camping stuff. This just kind of gives me a sense of freedom in that, like, however bad it gets, it's never going to get that bad. And if I have my camping stuff, then I will always be okay. So I go on long trips on the bike. So this red bike right here, I actually rode that from Albany to Buffalo one time. And then here's the front door. And I'm not going to tell you the secret of this front door, but it's a good front door. And so this is it. This is my Lower East Side apartment. This is how I live every day. And I've spent most of every day for the last 3 years here, and I like it. And I'm there's not one day that goes by that I think about, should I get rid of that? So that's it. This is my Saturday morning. Hopefully, I don't know what you're going to get out of this, but I hope if you're still here, then you got something. All right, see you next time.